It's me, T. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to touch on a question I just got asked. I had a good friend of mine message me and they go, "What's wrong with me?" And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean what's wrong with me? What are you talking? What's going on?" And they proceed to say, "Why can't I find someone that treats me right, that's loyal, someone to love me? Why can't I be happy?" And I was like, how do I answer this? Because I've asked myself this exact same thing. I've thought because I don't have someone to be in a relationship with that something's wrong with me, or because I can't find someone that makes me happy like previously that I've been before, that something's wrong with me, and it's not me. Nothing's wrong with you individually. But sweetheart, you have to realize that maybe you're not over stuff that you've been through. Maybe if you're struggling and you feel like something's wrong with you because you can't find a relationship, maybe you have to work on yourself. And maybe you're just not ready. And maybe you are mistaking people's first glances and first impressions for good intentions, and they're not. So my thing that I'm learning is when you're meeting someone, you have to try not be blindsided. Love is blind. It is. You try and keep putting off like, oh, it's okay, it's just a phase, or, it's just, that's nothing. You're ignoring all these red flags because you think you're putting happiness and being with someone together, when happiness is just you being yourself and being able to do things that you like. But you think that you're not happy without a relationship, and that's not how it works. And I've learned that. Whenever I first became single from a divorce, I was like, oh my God, I'm alone. Like, I didn't know how to be alone, and I was confused, and I thought that, I'm not happy because I'm not in a relationship. Like, I don't have somebody, because I'd walk around and I'd see social media and I'd see people with relationships, and I'm like, wow, I want that. I'm not happy because I don't have love. I don't have someone that coddles me and etc. But in reality, I wasn't happy because I didn't love myself and I wasn't doing things that physically benefited me. I was just too focused on wanting to find somebody, and I know that that's not how it works. I just sat at a bar with one of my good friends, and we were talking, and he was like, "Well, you're putting your happiness and being in a relationship together, and you're not realizing that maybe you're not over the stuff you've been through. So maybe if you're struggling and you just gotta have some crazy stuff, and it can be months, years ago, maybe you haven't dealt with that, and maybe you're not happy and you're not finding people with good intentions because you're not ready. And that's something for you to determine. I can't sit here and tell you that you're not ready, but I'm just gonna sit here and tell you that if you're basing your happiness on being in a relationship, you're only hurting yourself. And you have to also not let your judgment be clouded because of the fact that you want a relationship so bad that you're gonna ignore red flags, and you're gonna not care if someone has good intentions for you because you don't want to be single. And that's not gonna help you, because in the end you're gonna be back where you are, whether it's weeks from now, months from now, a year from now, 3 years from now. You're gonna be back where you are, broken, hurt, disappointed, and alone, and thinking that something's wrong with you, again, because you made a bad decision to cloud your judgment in the beginning of meeting someone. And that's all on you, obviously, but I'm just telling you, take a step back and think, do I need to be in a relationship right now? Am I ready for a relationship right now? Does this person benefit me? And am I looking at this person, or I'm looking at how I'm going to look to the rest of the world when I get with this person? When I become in a relationship with this person, is this going to make me happy, or is this going to make me look good on social media or to my family or friends? You have to look at this relationship or this friendship, etc., whatever you're bringing into your life, whatever you're letting in and letting take up your time, is it going to be worth it? Are you going to see potential and see it lasting and going somewhere? Because honestly, if you don't have potential to love that person unconditionally and they don't have the good intentions for you, then you're wasting your time and you're wasting theirs. And 99.9% of the time, if you're ignoring red flags and they have bad intentions, then it's no one else's fault but yourself. And you have to realize that if you're jumping into things and not weighing out the pros and cons, because you have a right to weigh out your pros and cons. The whole phrase, oh my God, you're young, live it up, do what you want to, don't go crazy, but you're young, experience new things. That's bullshit. I'm sorry, excuse my language. Don't do that, because you're just setting yourself up for failure. Dating guy after guy after guy and just trying to weigh out which one's going to work just for fun. Yeah, you're having fun right now, but what about when that ends? So you're going to be left hurt and confused and frustrated and back where you started. Don't keep making the same mistakes over and over again expecting different results. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I say a lot. I apologize. It's been a interesting day, to say the least. I just colored my hair. Off topic. Rewind. So, in the end, all I'm saying is look out for yourself before you look out for your ego, your public view, and before you try and put distractions in your life. Don't date somebody, don't mess around with somebody because you want to distract yourself from the problems that you have going on personally and you haven't dealt with them. If you have not dealt with your emotional problems, past problems, friendship, family, etc., don't jump into something or just keep creating things for distractions, because honestly, it's not going to get better until you settle things with yourself. And just talk to people. And when I say talk to people, I'm not referring back to the relationship thing. I'm saying talk to friends and family and fix your problems that you have going on before they just keep getting worse and worse, and then you're in a rut that you can't get out of. If you need someone to talk to, please, by all means, I'm telling you, express yourself, because depression can be hard, and once you experience just like negativity after negativity after negativity, it gets hard, and you don't feel like you're enough, and you feel like something's wrong with you. And back to the beginning when I was saying, it's not you. You just have to build yourself up instead of knocking yourself down because of other people that don't have positive impacts on your life. You don't need a relationship to be happy. And that probably sounds crazy coming from me because I've spent the majority of my life in a relationship since I was like 15 or 14. I was in a relationship for 7 years and then in a relationship for a year, and I've been single for 2 months, and this is kind of feels like this is the longest I've ever been single legally and physically since I was like in middle school or high school, because I didn't date then. So coming from me, it sounds crazy, but you don't need a relationship if you're going through a lot. And I know some people just can't be alone. And I used to be one of those people. Like, I feel like I used to be one of those people. I didn't like being alone. I thought I was nothing because I was alone after my divorce. And then I'm not saying that I jumped into my past relationship too fast. I was ready for that. Maybe not emotionally on the level of the fact that I was just going through a divorce. And I was still going through, etc. But I was ready for that. In general, I was ready to commit to that, and I did, and then it didn't work out, and it's okay. That's not something that, everything happens for a reason also. So just because your relationship ended, and that doesn't mean that they had bad intentions for you. Sometimes stuff just doesn't go the way it's supposed to. That's life. Not everything's gonna be peaches and cream or whatever. So don't look at it as it being your fault in the end, because shit happens. And honestly, I'm gonna say is I hope you work it out. I'm talking to the people, the ladies, the gentlemen that are struggling and thinking that's all your fault. I'm gonna say this one more time. It's not your fault. You are not the problem. There's nothing wrong with you. You just haven't found the right person, and you just have to build yourself up and just relax. Just relax. Take a breath. Relax. and stop stressing about being in a relationship, because you don't need a relationship to be happy. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it on this note right here. If you need someone to talk to and you're feeling down and you're feeling lost, please contact me. Like, I don't care. I will talk to you, because some people need to hear that they're not alone. Why did he do this? He wants to tell you guys that it's okay. You don't need a relationship to be happy. Again, if you're feeling lonely and alone, like if you have a heavy heart and you need somebody, please feel free to reach out, because I know how it's felt to be at that low point, and honestly, my heart hurts for people that feel that kind of way and they don't have anybody, because I know what that feels like, regardless of me having family and friends. You don't need a relationship, and you're not a problem, and you're not a burden to anybody either. So feel free, if you are struggling with the same topics I'm just talking about, reach out to somebody, family, friends. You can message me. I don't mind. I'll be there. I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for watching my channel. And again, it's going to be okay. I mean, it's not guaranteed that everything's going to be okay today, but this is something I'll live by. It's just a bad day, not a bad life. So, I hope you guys have a great night, day, evening, morning. And me and Jax are going to go to bed.